Marketing Messaging Simplified is perfect if you want to increase leads from your website, if you are looking at developing a new website, if you are suffering from overwhelm with social media and digital marketing, it can be really useful. And of course, if you haven't started with social media and digital marketing, then it's critical that you do this first, because what it does is it focuses you on who you are talking to, who your dream customer is, who you want to attract to do business with you, the tone that you need to take that's going to resonate with them, and the exactly what you need to say in order to attract them to do business with you.
So a lot of brands, when they're doing their social media or their website content, they just take all the information they have and they just throw it online and wait to see what happens. And you know what that feels like. It's like they're shouting at you through a megaphone and they're not saying anything relevant to you. So it's not interesting. You just keep going. You don't give it a second thought. You don't return to them. So what we want to help you do is to speak to your dream customer human to human and start building a relationship with them so that they come to like you and to return to you time and time again.
We used to do it as a one-day intensive workshop in person. Then coronavirus came along, we had to take it online. But that's actually worked out really well because we've split it up into 4 or 5 video calls. And the reason it's worked really well is because, to be honest, the one-day workshop intensive was intensive. And a lot of people, for a lot of people, it just isn't stuff that they've thought about before. And it is a really deep dive. So it can be pretty taxing on the brain to go through it all in one go. In terms of what the 4 or 5 calls are, do you want to maybe chat about that a bit?
Yeah. So one of the first things that we'll do is we'll define exactly who your dream customer is. And this is so important. This lays the foundation for everything that is to come. And it helps you avoid the megaphone effect, basically, because you're talking to a human. It's human to human. So you can really start building a relationship with them. Then we'll go on and we will develop guidelines for your brand tone or for your brand voice. And this does a few things. It makes sure that you sound different than all of your competitors, that you have a unique brand voice. It makes sure that all of your content, everywhere that your brand shows up online, that you're recognizable and consistent. And also, and probably most importantly, it makes sure that you always embody this tone that conveys the values and the feelings that you want your dream customer to recognize and to feel when they see your content. And so we'll take all of this and it feeds into core messaging. And do you want to take over for core messaging?
Yeah, so with the core messaging, then we're looking at exactly what it is you need to say in order to attract your dream customer to do business with you. Some people refer to it as brand story, and the concept behind that is what story are you inviting your dream customer to become a part of with you? And it really revolves around what value do you offer to your dream customer. So what we do is we look at where your dream customer is now before they engage with you and where they end up after they purchase from you, whether it's products or services, and how their life is improved, what value you've provided, how things are better. And so we then look at the journey from one state to the other and look at what are the things that you need to say along the way that are going to build that trust so that they do business with you.
One of the last things we'll do is we'll take all of this information we've developed and we'll put it to practical use straight away. We'll create the ideal wireframe for your homepage. So this is a homepage that speaks directly to your dream customer and your brand voice, has the brand story laid out there for the customer. A mistake a lot of businesses make is that their websites, their social media are very internally focused. It's all about them, and your dream customer doesn't want to hear about you so much. What they want to hear about is what value you offer them, what you can do for them. So that's why we'll use the information we've developed straight away so you can see how to use it in the real world.
And the other reason that we do that we wireframe a homepage is that it uses all of the core messaging that we've produced. And then that allows you to see how we actually put it into practice, so that when you're doing things like social media, you're not necessarily going to be including the entire story on every social media post. However, you are going to know exactly what part of the story you are telling with any given post, so that everything you do is inviting your dream customer to be a part of that story. We have done this with solopreneurs, with startups, with slightly bigger organizations and more established organizations, and everyone so far that we have done it with has gotten huge value from it. We have testimonials on the page that you can check out and just see what people are actually saying about their experience.
So we'll give you documentation of everything that we've covered, and we do that so that you can use it. So you need to be the type of person that's willing to dive in and to do the work. It's not, these workshops aren't the type of thing that you do once and then it's done and then you never think about it again. There's something that the information will develop. You'll actually use that to set a direction for your marketing from now on, so that your marketing is working toward a goal and you are constantly, consistently attracting your dream customer to your business.
Yeah, and that's why we have a short application form on this page, because we believe 100% that this works for any business, as long as you are the type of person who's going to take it and run with it and put it into practice consistently. And so once you apply, we have a little chat and we just make sure that we're going to be a good fit, that we're going to be able to help you and that you're going to run with it. So if it sounds like something that would benefit your business, and if it sounds like something that you would run with, fill out the application form. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to answer any questions that you have, and we would love to work with you.
Chat soon.
Cheers.